Okay, testing one, two. Can you hear me? Mystical harpsichords. Nice. Is it too loud or not loud enough? Or like what's the average kind of level? Seems I think it's probably fine on my end, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm gonna switch over to the screen share. Is that normal? Because I mean, I feel like on my end, there's definitely like a lag between like when you are getting what I'm saying, and I feel like that's a normal thing, but I'm not 100% sure. I think there's a setting that I can change like the latency. uh, but I'm not sure if it'll like crash my internet connection or something. I'm trying to keep in mind that I'm just using Wi-Fi. Nice. I'm glad it could be your first. You're also my first viewer, so that works. I'm gonna unmute my audio interface and try playing some random thing here and see what it sounds like on your end. You can let me know if that was too quiet, too loud. I have the volume on the interface down about like 50%, so I'm gonna blast anyone out. I may have missed something that you said. Hang on. Maybe not. I know that actually like look at the stream on my end to see what it looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna like move forward assuming that these levels are good. Uh, how's like the video quality? Because for me, it's like defaulting to like 480p. I don't know if that's just me or not. Okay, that's good to know. That's just YouTube on my end. Got way too many windows open here. Hang on a sec. I may go ahead and just post the link to this somewhere. See if anybody watches. I don't really expect anyone to since it's like a random Friday night at 7 p.m., but who knows? Probably do like a VOD or something. All right, I just posted like two different places. Uh, I don't really know what to expect. Probably nothing for the first time, but um, can have a VOD available or whatever. So I don't have too much on the agenda for this. Just planning on testing some SD cards with some samplers and seeing what happens. Right now, I'm just checking out some Ensoniq sample CDs. See what I want to put on one of the SD cards. Man, I need some good scratches. I think this one is like a combination of sounds from the Belgium. I think it stands for the Belgium Ensoniq Association, and it's like just all their different contributed files, like compiled into one CD-ROM image. Here he comes. Nobody's gonna know like the stuff that we're talking about. That's okay though. I have too many inside jokes with mystical harpsichords. Always looking for some gated snares. I don't know for like the VODs if I should just like keep it up exactly how it is, or if I should like do the thing where like I like edit it so it's just like the main thing that I'm doing, or a more succinct version of it. I already played this one. Not actually. Oh, there's one.
Just kidding.
That wasn't me. I didn't say that. Miscellaneous. I'm like scared to play back some of these like on a stream because I have no idea like what these samples are or what they might say. Let's go to choirs. Nice. These are some good cheesy choir sounds. I love the loop point. You just hear it pop every time it loops back around. Hits. See, some of these don't show any samples in the object list. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Classic. I don't know if that's just the software not reading this correctly or if it's stored somewhere else. I don't know. It's hard to like the in Sonic format. I feel is kind of weird sometimes because none of these are showing anything in the. This one's showing something. Nice. Also, just a heads up that this program could probably literally just crash at any time. Tends to do that. Percussion instrument. Wind chime. Just one. Sounded like in the air tonight. I need some Phil Collins toms. I was actually cataloging some patches the other day, and one of them I like wrote for the description notes. I wrote like Phil Collins because the toms were so good. And anytime I search for Phil Collins, that's what I'm looking for. There's a medieval folder. It's just got a harpsichord and a dulcimer. And I don't see any samples for the harpsichord that are loading. So I don't know what the deal is with that. There's the dulcimer. Effect sounds. Yeah, I'm just like kind of skimming through some of these because I never really like checked these out before. I got way too much stuff. That's scary. Yeah, and there's no harpsichord samples. Actually, I'm sure there are some there. I'm pretty sure this is just like not reading that correctly or something. I have a feeling that if we actually put that on an SD card and load it up into the sampler, it's gonna have them. That's literally the same thing. See, I definitely get confused about how this thing reads Ensoniq samplers. It seems like they're kind of like a mess. Whoa, whoa, that's dramatic. I have a psycho category. No samples showing though. It's actually really none showing for any of these for some reason. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's just a software thing though. I should try to see if Streamlabs lets me decrease the latency so that the comments are a little more real time. Because I saw there was a setting for that, but I was afraid to like turn it up in case like my Wi-Fi like wasn't good enough to sustain that or something. But let me see if it lets me. It may not let me do it while the stream is running. Yeah, I don't actually even remember where I saw that at now. Yeah, might have to look into it for next time. Spaceship. Whoa. Is that supposed to be James Brown?
Get into it.
Yeah, I think so.
Get into it.
That might be useful for something. This is what an office sounds like. Fools. That's great. I need to just make a soundboard with some of these, I think. Yeah, they are great. Actually have a song that I'm working on that uses a bunch of cheesy sound effects. Could do a stream sometime where I just make things using just the cheesy sound effects. Because I'm sure once these are actually like loaded up, you can like kind of like play them like across the keys and different pitches and everything. Yeah, there's way too much to go through here. Hello, Janghoon Online. This one, I've been clicking this one trying to, I guess it is expanding and it's just not seeing anything there. Like I said, it's very strange at reading this format for some reason. Oh well. I think one day this guy will be as big as some talking alligators. I wish. Someday, if people give me like super chats, I can have sounds like this play. But right now, I don't even think that's even an option because I probably have like 0 subscribers. Yeah, Pink Panther. Uh, just kind of checking out some of the stuff that I have not gotten around to ever looking up. Drum loops. I need some gated snares. There's a gated kick. Ooh, that's a nice kick. Ooh, there we go. It's the kind of snares I'm looking for. Boss drums. There's another good one. Sampled Wave Station kit. Yeah, these are like the Wave Station vocal drums. Needs more cowbell. Let me see if I can find you one. Wait, there's a percussion one here. Hang on. Whoa. Finger snap. I was looking for a good finger snap before. There's a temple block. That's not a cowbell, but it's kind of the same, I guess. Goober. Rain stick. I think cows don't use temple blocks. To fact check that. Janghoon, what's your opinion on the sound levels of everything? Is it like too quiet or too loud? Mystical Harpsichord said it was all good, so looking to get some various opinions. Some of these things have some interesting names. I'm just going to leave it at that. Never know what you're going to run into on these. There's some hard at work sounds. Nice, good to hear. Maybe a bit quieter. So you think it would be better if it was quieter, or oh, it's quieter than you'd expect. Okay. Just the microphone, like my voice, or like the sounds. Yeah, walrus music sounds. Car's Italian car. What was his name? I thought it was literally like Luigi or something. But I don't. Okay, the sound should be louder. Yeah, I have the sounds turned down like about 50% because I was like afraid they were going to be too loud. I'll turn them up a little bit. I thought that was his name, Luigi or something. Is that wrong? Let me here. Uh, car list of cars characters. It is. It's Luigi. Why is my delay so high? So the setting that it's set to is like standard in terms of like the latency, but I think there's a way I can set it to be more real time. New delay pedal, yeah. I was gonna try to change that setting, but I feel like it went away after I went live, so we may have to deal with it being delayed for this one, and then in the future, yeah, 5,000 millisecond delay. Yeah, I was afraid. I thought maybe I should change it to be more like a real time setting, but I didn't know because like I'm on just on like Wi-Fi, and I didn't know if it was just gonna like lag and cut out a bunch if I had it set to like real time. So figured I'd play it safe. But I guess I didn't realize it was gonna be like this delayed. I don't know what's normal. Anyway, we'll put him over here on the side. He can admire everything that we're doing. I turned up the here. I turned up the. Let me know if that's better. Tested it with a chainsaw. Figured that'd be appropriate. Higher delay for higher volume chats. Yeah, maybe. 'Cause I know that there's like some amount of latency that's like normal. I just don't know really what that is. Yeah, yeah. I thought that would be an appropriate sound to test the new volume levels with. Some D50 samples. Anyway, I should probably kind of just like get to the point of like what I was even gonna do tonight. So instead of messing around with plain sounds forever, I could just sit here and do that all night probably. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna check using Roland sample CD format with the Emu or Emu. I don't know how you say it. E5000 sampler. Let's just see if it works. So I have inserted an SD card into my computer. I don't even know what's on this one, to be honest. Okay, so I already have a bunch of Roland stuff on this one. Um, I just have to change this to 70 and it should be fine to test with it. Yeah, emo song coming soon to a album near you, hopefully next year sometime. I keep saying next year for the album and like I don't know. I only have like one more song to like work out for it, and then I'll sort of have like a full first pass done of it. Okay, so I think this is good. The way Zulu SCSI works, um, so you basically have a SD card that you put into the sampler, and the Zulu SCSI device looks at all of the ISO or image files you have on there, and it looks for these numbers to start with. So SCSI uses like IDs 0 through 7 to identify like different hard drives or CD-ROMs that are connected. So it'll basically just see these with any luck as 7 different um, hard drives slash CD-ROMs connected. Where is Real Love 2024? Real Love 2024 is hopefully coming in 2026. You heard it here first. If I can buckle down and get it finished. But the reason I have to skip 60 is because the sampler itself uses one of these IDs. And I have the EMU set to ID 6. So you can't overlap with its own ID. Thank you for coming to my tech talk. And I'm going to safely eject that. And I'm going to switch to my other camera. See if it works. If you could see my other screen right now, I'm trying to get the transform control to like activate so I can make this bigger. But Streamlabs has like the worst like hitbox for the there we go. It's so hard to get it to work. I don't want to block Luigi. I'll let him hang out there on the side. Whoa. So the Zulu SCSI is basically this thing right here. So that used to be a floppy disk drive, and then it was replaced with that. And it can basically just read SD cards. Yeah, hitbox for. I didn't know what other terminology to use to describe that. But you know how like when you're trying to when like you should know this. Um, like when you're in like an image editing application and you're trying to resize something and you need the cursor to change to that little like arrow that signifies that you can like click and drag to resize something. That's what I was trying to get it to do. As you can see by the reflections, I have Christmas lights up already as of today. Okay, so moment of truth, we will go to. Okay, so it does see. Yes, so it has read these all as Roland format disks. This is the Roland Africa disk. Seems good. So let me try a couple other ones though. Do the Christmas lights change the tone? You mean do they like change colors? No, they're just multicolored, like static lights. Or do you mean like do they change the tone of what I'm making? Yes. It converts everything that I make to Christmas music. So okay, this is the other Africa CD. Just checking each one to make sure. Okay, so this one seems wrong, I think. Or maybe not. Okay, interesting. It's detecting these as banks. Okay, it does read these a bit strange. This one does the same thing. I think this is fine. Do they enhance the tone? I mean, I can't tell if you're being serious or not. I'm kind of like lost at what you're asking. Okay, yeah, so it seems like generally these are reading without a problem. So if I tap into one of these, so it's reading all these as folders. Oh, so you have to like, interesting. Let's try one of those actually. So if I load this, it should load like everything. You saw a loot. Yeah, you probably did. Okay, so I need to open Logic to test this. No, it covered up Luigi. It's not really even important that you see the logic window, honestly. Hell yeah. I just realized that audio is delayed because I have that other application open. Okay, so that loaded like, okay, all those patches. So I go back here and exit out of there. So if I try to, there's the loot. I'll do it just for you. I'll actually go all the way into it and just load this one. And so yeah, okay, so it should let me pick where I want to put it. There it is. Hello, Astra King. Yeah, that's fine. This is very much a something that you just put on in the background. Yeah, mystical harpsichords. There's your loot. What are you talking about? You are a real musician. Okay, so I think we're good with this reading roll-in format. Actually, there's one more thing I want to check. Some of these patches on this thing, not this one, this one, are kind of advanced. So I just want to see what they sound like on their own kind of sampler. Yeah, the guy I'm watching is you're like the Muppets that are up on the balcony. Yeah, you're I'm gonna refer to you all as number one, number two, and number three. So somehow on my end, Jang Hoon took mystical harpsichords um place as number one, and mystical harpsichords was decreased to number two. Oh, you're a MIDI musician? That's great. It's like playing the piano, but without the piano or the piano. It's true. No. Yeah, did you like leave or something? And then you came back and then Janko took number one somehow. Maybe. Is it counting like when you joined or is it counting like how many comments you made? Because I feel like Mystical Harpsichord should be number one. Actually, most of my songs are like 90 BPM or something. I think a lot of the ones on it, I can't remember. I think a lot of them were like 100 or like 90 BPM on Eternal Heartbreak. I think it's a gamified system based on engagement. There's a leaderboard mechanic. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I just noticed on the chat it says like top fans. Interesting. You buy a robot with a broken keyboard. I just got a new keyboard actually, like a new mini keys, because my other one, like the one of the keys, like went dead on it. Okay, yeah, feel like those kept their integrity, even though this is a Roland patch, not an Emu patch. I could try another one. I don't remember which one of these were cool. Maybe this one. He was number one. Asher, you just saying like what a great stream to get your comments up. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate it. Yeah, I should. Yeah, technically Mystical Harpsichords was the first subscriber. Actually, next I'm gonna my next collab is gonna be with Mystical Harpsichords. We're gonna do a stream where we rate harpsichords on the stream, like different harpsichord sounds. Because Mystical Harpsichords has like tons of different harpsichord VST plugins. Okay, I'm gonna move on now. I think this was a successful test. Exit. Oh wait, no, I don't need to exit anything. Not there anyway. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Now, yeah, that's gonna be a really good stream. I mean, I have to like write down a list of like all the harpsichord sounds I have, and then Mystical Harpsichords can like share and have a bunch of harpsichord sounds, and we like rate all of them, and we do like a tier list. That could be cool. Oh yeah, you're number one again, Mystical Harpsichords. Okay, I'm moving back to the computer again. Okay, so since that worked out so well, um, I think the next thing we want to test is the Kurzweil K2500 because I've never used a Zulu SCSI with that one before. I just used a regular SCSI to SD. So I'm gonna actually test with the same SD card, I think. There we go. This one. Oh wait, that's wrong. Oh, did I put a different? I did put a different SD card in this time. Thought I had the same one. But this is fine actually. I'll just take the IDs off of these ones. And I think we want the Kurzweil. Yeah, when's your harpsichord album coming out? Just for fun, I don't think I've ever tried to load an Akai format disk onto the Kurzweil sampler, so I'd like to try that too. And I know that's an Akai format disk. We're doing science here. In fact, I almost put the stream category as science and technology. Shortly after yours, and I have time to convert. Oh, okay. You might be waiting a while. Just saying. 20. I'd actually like to. I want to look up like what formats this thing was actually compatible with, allegedly. Oh, interesting. It can also read Roland and Ensign. That's surprising. I'm gonna test that. What is an Akai? It's a manufacturer. Like they currently make like modern gear and keyboards and samplers and stuff today. But um, back in the day when they made these rack mount samplers and whatever else, like the things with the drum pads, MPCs or whatever, they had a proprietary format. All these different like manufacturers that made samplers had different like proprietary formats for like the programs and samples and all that stuff. And a lot of the times, like some of the samplers to like varying degrees of reliability can um, read the formats of each other. So that's basically what I'm like testing just to see like what can read what natively. Because it's pretty easy to do that with like the Zulu SCSI. Because as long as you have like a disk image file that's already in the format of like Akai or whatever other sampler, like you can just kind of throw it on an SD card and quickly check if that sampler can read the format or how it reads the format or and how it interprets the patches and effects and all that fun stuff. Yeah, technology. Okay, so I want to try a Ensoniq format. I can just do CDR1. Can we have a legal battle stream? What's the legal battle going to be about? Like who's suing who and for what reason? Whoa, I did something really weird there. 0, 10, 20, 30, and we'll throw in a Roland one too. I have those under XV5080. Doesn't really matter what one. Oh, that's still copy. Oops. There we go. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's probably good, but the other thing I forget is what the internal SCSI ID is for the K2500. I'm sure it's not 0 through 40, so I'm going to assume that that's good. Oh, suing harpsichords for converting your upcoming album to all harpsichord sounds. Oh, yeah, I mean, we could do that. But I would just like not give mystical harpsichords like the MIDI files for it. So then we would avoid that happening. Unless you can do that with like AI or something though. I don't know. Probably. It takes great skill for me to press a whole 5 buttons in demo mode FL Studio. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have I keep forgetting. I thought you did buy it or did you not? I thought for some reason I thought you did buy it. I'm gonna go back to the camera. And it is actually. All right, let's see if it detected any of those. Okay, I see. Okay. I forget which was which though, but it doesn't matter. We can find that out pretty quick. So this, okay, cool. This was a Kurzweil format CD, so of course that was gonna work. I'll just load something real quick. Oh, I got a pop Logic back open. I don't know if it's supposed to sound like that or not. I guess it was, because this one sounds fine. Stanta setting. You're talking about the sleigh bell. Yeah, it's very festive. Okay, we know that works. Set it back to 200. So this one, what one was this one? Oh, this was an Akai format CD. Okay. I don't, I'm not crazy about the way it's reading this. So it's just kind of like, let's see if it works though. I'll just overfill. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Doesn't like something about that. It's continuing to try to do something. Okay, check the damage. Okay, so that, it's definitely missing something. Yeah, that that's the sound of corrupted audio. Okay, so that didn't work. The bell voice, yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna do some like streams where I just kind of like go through presets on stuff and mess around. Cataloging, patches, tagging everything. All right, so that Akai test was a complete failure. I don't remember what was on 2. Oh, this was another Kurzweil disk, so this one should be absolutely fine. Let's verify it. Taking a quick snack break. Yeah, you might be done with the snack break by the time I see your chat because of the how bad the delay is. Try to fix that for next time. I'm not even. Wait, I guess these are right. Yeah, I guess these sound like they're supposed to. I don't really have any point of reference for them. Um, but I don't have any reason to believe that wouldn't be correct because that is a native Kurzweil format disk. Now this is the, wait, is this the Ensoniq one? I guess we'll find out. Yes, this is the Ensoniq one, so I'm interested to see if this one works. I know a good one to test. So far it's reading everything pretty well, I think. I know why I put a space there. Oh, so what did it do? Ooh, not found. Okay, so I guess that didn't work. Me, oh, interesting. It did something weird. It doesn't matter what. Oh, yeah, I don't think it's reading this correctly. What did I put on 4? It's not even loading, whatever's on 4. Interesting. No, I didn't have anything on 5. Let me go back to 1 again. And find something that I know a little bit better. And I want to save this. I knew some stuff in. Actually, not getting any sound on that. That I am. Yeah, I actually feel like even the Kurzweil format, something's not working right. These should have some kind of sound. Let me go back to this. And let's view, change to list view, yes. So it's showing samples. Let me try just rebooting it and then reloading. Just in case I screwed it up. Okay, so we're getting something out of that, but it sounds like it's corrupted. Thimble on drugs. Definitely sounds that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is corrupted somehow, which is interesting. Let me go back to, so I have this on a known working SD card. I just don't remember which one it is. I think it's I forgot I can't actually do that because I have to plug the old SCSI to SD back in. Which I'm not gonna do right now. Alright, back over here. So for some reason it didn't like that. I wonder, is it possible? I doubt it though. If I'm overlapping the ID or something. Let's turn the phone camera back on. Yeah, I mean, it could be a vibe. Corrupted audio. Let's see. Where do I find that out? Probably under master. Or maybe not. Utility? Is it just under disk somewhere? More utility? Info. Yeah. Well, there's no disk right now. Find? No. I was already here, wasn't I? We need to look this up. Okay. Bye, Astra. Thanks for stopping by. let's see. Supported sample. Okay, here we go. Basic SCSI guidelines. I would assume it would tell you here. Okay, here we go. Each device in the chain must have its own unique ID. There are 8 numbers 0 through 7. For SCSI 3, there's 16. If you have a SCSI 3 device, it should be. Make sure it's your default Kurzweil ID is number 6. So I wasn't in violation of that. Interesting. Let me try something else here. Going to delete everything on here that is not a Kurzweil format disk. Just in case something's going weird in the way it's seeing these. Because I don't really need the Kurzweil to like read other formats. I'm just curious if it can. But if it's going to be a problem, don't really care that much. So let me just bring some other ones over. Doesn't really matter what. No, still. He just stopped doing that. Too impatient. I also should empty the trash on my computer. Otherwise, it might leave some ghosts on the SD card. Power tools, we can put that one on. The 30, 0, 10, 20, 30. Do this one. That should be good enough to test with. And just to be safe, I should probably take these off. It shouldn't matter though, because if it doesn't have HD with a number in front of it, it shouldn't even look at it. Let's see how this goes. checked. And turn the camera back on. I'm gonna power off. And gone again. Okay. All right, we can do the same one again. Yeah, it's still corrupted. Let me try another one from the same disk. Doesn't really matter which one. Number one fan is back. Okay, so this one is not even reading. Invalid file descriptor. Now I'm curious if it's that image file is corrupted or something. Let me try another disk. What is this? Does not matter. 225. What are these? Oops, I just meant to go back. Am I like tripping or something? Since when is .22 whatever? Let me see what happens. The noise is terrifying. Yeah, it's because the patch is corrupt. I feel like there's something wrong with this too. The crazy dog. Yeah, so that still doesn't. Hmm. Could actually be the issue here because I know these should all work. It makes me think that it may not just be plug and play with the Zulu SCSI on this thing. Let me see. Is there any notes on 12K Ed Zulu SCSI? Okay. Formatted. Sure you're powering. So I wonder if it needs to be powered. I do have a powered one. It's just not connected to the Kurzweil right now. Um, I could do that though. I'm gonna put up the BRB screen and I'm gonna go do that because I have to like go back behind the rack. So here comes the BRB. Okay, I'm back. And you're back, mystical harpsichords. How is the dog? So I tried connecting a powered SCSI to SD this time to see what happens. Let's try the same one again. All right. Orky woofy but good. Also, we need to call after the stream so I can properly critique and yell at you. Okay. Sounds good. Probably ending before too long. Because I think we figured this out. It seems like it's working now. Um, let's see. I'm curious now if. Yeah, see, the file extensions on these are showing properly now, too. I'm curious if the like issues I was having reading like the Ensoniq and the Akai format were the same issue. It it just it needs a powered SCSI to SD. Sorry, Zulu SCSI. And the one I was using did not even have a place to plug anything into it, I don't think. Um, Apparently, when you're using one with the Kurzweil, it has to be um, have power connected to it. All right, so now I think I can test with some of those other ones that I was going to. I will just literally stick them right after that ID. So I want to do an Ensoniq one. Can do CDR1, doesn't matter. HD 50. And I think 6 is a number we can't use. So I'm going to go to. I just want any Akai CD. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be this. So we have to use 70 for this. And that should max it out. So I'm going to eject it and turn the camera back on. Let's see if we have better luck now. Disk. So 5, I believe, was the Ensoniq. Looks like it. Kits. See if we have better luck. Ooh. Let's go. Works. Nice. Okay, so let's check the Akai disk now. Okay, so it's 7. I, I really don't like the way it reads Akai disks. Is there a way you can... Whatever, it doesn't actually matter right now for this. Just need to test it. And it works. All right, so that solves that problem. Um, so if anybody comes across this and you're trying to get a Zulu SCSI working on a K2 500 Kurzweil sampler, make sure you use one that has power. Because if you just use one that connects to the SCSI port, it doesn't work. That one always worked on my Akai S3000 sampler without any power. So, and the SCSI to SD I always had connected to the Kurzweil also. Never needed any external power. So, well, good to know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up. I was gonna test with the Roland S550 too. I know that's not gonna read other sampler formats, but I've never used a Zulu SCSI with it, so I was gonna try that. But I'll save that for another time. So that's all for this one. Thank you, Mystical Harpsichords. And everyone else who just stopped by to lurk or whatever else. Well,